What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome into a Wednesday morning episode of the Daily Juice Podcast. My name is Matt Perrault. You guys can follow me across all of my socials at Sports Talk Matt. The backward hat is staying. That's 3 in a row. 3 straight winning days. We are on a roll. It's been a pretty good month of June so far. We are 3-0 for winning days in the month of June. The BettingPros play of the day also is 3-0. The Lynx get there easily like I thought. They destroyed Phoenix. Blue Jays, Phillies. Well, it got there fast and then it stopped at 8 and it got a little scary there until the game went way over with a couple of late home runs for us. So we got that. Red Sox and the Angels. That game, back-to-back days, I'm going to say this. That should have gone over. I mean, the Red Sox had numerous base runners, and they couldn't score in the first 5. They scored 2 runs in the 6th inning. So if we played first 6, that went over 5 runs. But we couldn't get that big hit for the Red Sox for them to tie the game up to have it wind up going over 5 or even pushing on 5. Instead, it was a 3-1 final, a 3-1 after 5. Red Sox lost the game to the Angels. They've lost the first 2 games of that series to the Angels. So 2-1 record, up 1 unit. So 3-1-1. We're up 5 units for the week so far here for the Daily Juice Podcast. That is very good news. Now, at the time of taping, it is currently 10:15 Pacific time. The A's and the Twins just wrapped up their game. The Twins won the game 10-3. I bet the over. So here are some stats, just FYI, because it is bonkers. The A's now have lost to the Twins. They've lost 8 straight games. They've lost 19 of their last 20. They've been outscored 97 runs during that 20-game stretch. That's an average of 4.85 runs per game. They're in danger of matching the 1943 Philadelphia A's that had a 1-24 stretch 82 years ago in August of 1943. This is an unbelievably bad baseball team, but the games keep on going over. And since the games keep on going over, I mean, the A's, their pitching staff is awful, but they can score. I mean, they're not completely anemic scoring either. They scored 3 runs, 10-3 final. So looking at the numbers, I don't know what the books are going to hang from a total perspective, but let's go back to the start of this ridiculous, awful stretch, okay? These are the last 20 final scores, okay? You tell me how many of these games have gone under. It started 9-3, 19-2, 9-1. Those are 3 overs. 1-0, 3-2, 4-3 unders. 7-5, 10-5, 10-5, all overs. 4-3 under. 9-6, 5-4, 11-1, 5-3, 12-0, 11-7, 8-7, 8-4, 10-4, 10-3. I mean, we're talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 straight games to go over. I mean, you guys know 11 betting streaks. Twins, A's, over. I don't know what the total is going to be. Are they bold enough to hang an 11? That's the question. And then what's the team total for the Twins? Because the Twins are throwing Zebby Matthews. Zebby is a young kid, 25 years old, who is not that good on the road. 7.20 ERA, 0-1, 10 innings pitched, 8 earned runs given up, opposing batting average of .282. No bueno. Last time out on the road at Seattle, 7 innings, 4 earned runs in a 12-6 final score. Twins are scoring. Why? Well, their offense is alive, and, well, the A's stink. Jeffrey Springs is going to go. He's 5-4 with a 4.72 ERA. He, in his last start, lasted 2 innings against the Blue Jays on the road. He threw 2 innings, 6 earned runs, 6 hits, 1 home run, 6 walks. 11-7 final there. In the start before that at home against Philadelphia, 9-6. He went 6 innings, gave up 3 earned runs, 4 runs in total. At the Giants, it was a 3-2 loss. But against the Dodgers, it was an 11-1 win. 7 innings, 1 earned run. He pitched halfway decent, and they scored a bunch of runs for him. I mean, I'm betting over, but I don't know what the number is. So I can't tell you what to bet because the books have not hung a number yet. So if I add, which is very possible, I may add officially the over here in this game for the A's and the Twins on the Discord channel, bettingpros.com/chat. To get into there, I will post it in the Discord channel. If I'm going to take a number, if it's 10 or lower, auto fire. Not even blinking an eye. 9.5, 10, auto fire. Do they hang a 10.5 or an 11? I don't know. We've talked about this, but Sacramento, the A's are an over machine. I believe now it's 20-10 to the over so far this year for Sacramento. At some point, it was going to get the Coors Field treatment where we'd see 11 and 12s from a total perspective. We may have reached that part of the summer, but I don't mind you using the Twins as a money line parlay piece. And I mean, the A's are just absolutely historically bad. I mean, this is a really, really bad baseball team. So, crazy, by the way, the Rockies finally won a series. They won the first 2 games against the Marlins on the road. They finally won a road series. First time since 2024. Last year was the last time the Rockies won a series on the road. 3-2 win over Miami. How bad are the Marlins? I mean, my goodness gracious, are the Marlins pathetic to lose that to that team, to the Colorado Rockies. Now have 5 wins on the road for Colorado. Okay, so I got 3 bets, 1 in hockey, 2 in baseball, maybe an ad on Major League Baseball. We're doing well, so we can push our luck here a little bit and add a 4th play, depending on what the number is for the A's and the Twins. Check with me on the Discord channel in the morning for that. You guys went gaga for this, and I'm just going to remind you, in case you missed the podcast yesterday, our jersey for the month of June is a Paul Pierce signed Celtics jersey. To win this, it's easy. Subscribe to the Betting Pros YouTube channel and leave a comment on this Daily Juice video. That's it. You're in. When we contact you, you're going to have to prove that you are a subscriber to the Betting Pros YouTube channel. But go ahead, subscribe to the YouTube channel, jump in, comment, and you are entered into the contest to win a Paul Pierce signed jersey. We will give that away in the beginning of July, thanks to our friends at pristineauction.com. And don't forget about the playoff prop contest. It gets back going tomorrow when the return of the NBA Finals, Game 1 of the NBA Finals. This is free. You make player prop picks and compete for signed NBA jerseys. This jersey, well, the grand prize is a Allen Iverson autographed jersey. We're giving away a finals prize for a Giannis Antetokounmpo signed Bucks jersey. Every round, it's free. This round, we're giving away a Giannis jersey signed. The grand prize is an Allen Iverson Sixers jersey signed. To enter, go to bettingpros.com/playoffs or go play on the Betting Pros app. Both places, it's free to play. All right. Let's start with the Stanley Cup tonight. Florida on the road, taking on Edmonton. So this is going to be an incredibly tight series. I don't know what to do with the series, to be quite honest. The Panthers are defending champs, and the Panthers are dogs here in this series. And that is somewhat shocking that that's the case. We normally don't see that. So a couple of things, and one of the best reads in the sports gambling space is Evan Abrams of the Action Network, and he does this for college football and the NFL every week. We talk about it every week because the guy just writes an incredible article with just so much information. But he wrote one on the Cup Finals, and I found this is pretty interesting as to what we are seeing. Series favorites in the Stanley Cup Final are 18-4. Over the last 22 years and 11-2 over the last 13. The series favorite has won 5 cups in a row. The Oilers would be considered a toss-up champion, kind of, since 1990, but they're favored right now. They're legitimately favored. So they were plus 105 in the first round. They were minus 105 in the semifinals. They were minus 120 in the conference finals. Now they're minus 125, minus 120 in the Stanley Cup. No team, according to the Action Network, in that span has entered a Stanley Cup final having 4 straight series of a price under 130 in each series. The Oilers would be just the fourth Cup champion since 1990 not to be listed at -150 or longer in any series, joining the 18 Capitals, the 15 Blackhawks, and the 95 Devils. To give you an idea of, like, the books like Edmonton, but they don't love Edmonton. The numbers are in favor of Edmonton, but they are such a short favorite because the Panthers are so live to win this thing. I mean, repeating in the NHL is not that rare. We saw it in 20 and 21 with the Lightning, the Penguins in 16 and 17. I mean, this has happened. The Oilers did it in 87 and 88 to my Boston Bruins. It's happened. The Panthers are listed as a series underdog as defending champs. If they win, they would join just the Red Wings in 1997 and 98 as being an underdog in either Cup final going for a repeat. Detroit was +115 in 97 to the Penguins before being a massive favorite the year later at -330. So that's just a long way of me saying that I don't know what to do with the series, okay? I think the Panthers win. My head says the Panthers. My heart says Edmonton because it's been since 1993 since the Canadian teams have won a cup. And this is Connor McDavid's time to get this, check this box, to go, to be one of the all-time greats. You got to win the Stanley Cup. So this could be the time, and why not now, making it in back-to-back years? Let's go win it right now. So my heart says Edmonton. My head says Florida. My wallet says keep the dollars in my pocket and not make a play. Instead, let's talk about the total. I can't buy this Stuart Skinner that we are seeing. The total is 6. He played out of his mind against Dallas. I just don't think this is the real guy, at least not early in the series. These two teams played 2 times during the regular season, and the games flew over. 6-5 and 4-3. Total is 6. There's a good push potential. I know Bobrovsky's great, but the Oilers at home, so much energy. They're 25-13-3 this year at their home ice, on their home ice. Panthers are 20-19-2 on the road, so they haven't been awesome. They've been equally very good at home. The only thing I know how to play is the over. Over 6 in this game. Offense. 4-2 final at worst. 4-3. 3-3 going into the third period. We maybe get an overtime game. 5-2 final, somewhere in that range. I just think we see offense. Someone's going to have a bad game. One of the 2 goaltenders will have a bad game. I kind of lean towards it being Skinner, but I don't know. I mean, we know what this offense is capable of. We know for both sides, but we know that with a lead, the Panthers, if they get up by 2 goals, it's a wrap. They don't lose games up by 2 goals. Like, it's been a long time since they've blown a 2-goal lead. So if they go up by 2 goals, the worst case scenario is Florida goes up 2-0 in this game. That's the worst case scenario. They will sit on it, and I don't think the under will play. The under will hit. So we want Edmonton to score first. We want Florida to tie it. I'd love to see a 1-1 score after the first period. Watch the second period kick in, 2-2 after 2, and then 3-2, open net, 4-2, or 3-3. We go to overtime, somewhere in that range. But I think the only real safe play in game 1, sit back and watch it, over 6 at -120, right? That's the juice that I paid on that, right? -115, 1.15 units. Now, I told you about the 1 baseball play. I do have 2 official plays that I want to make. So let's talk first about the Giants and the Padres. Padres can't hit, okay? They can't hit to save their life. I don't know what happened to them. I don't know where their offense went, but their offense is completely south. Now, you look at their final scores recently against the Pirates and the Giants, 3-2, 5-0, 6-4, 1-0, 3-2. They've won 4 of those 5 games. So it's not like they're losing these games. They're just not scoring. 3-2 final, on the road, 1-0, 3-2. The books have come back with a 7.5 here for this game, and I'm really kind of surprised that they've come back with a 7.5 and not a 6.5. Kyle Harrison's an opener going for the Giants. But again, Padres can't hit. So I'm not worried about an opener here. Kid has not been that bad. Left-handed pitcher. Nick Pivetta going for the Padres. He's 6-2 with a 2.74 ERA. On the road, he's been a little shaky. 4.32, a 1-2 record, 12 earned runs in 25 innings worth of work, opposing batting average of 245. He's been much better at home, but he hasn't been awful. At the Braves, 6 innings, 1 earned run. At the Rockies, he was bad, 4 innings and 6 earned runs, but the time for that was against the Yankees, 5 innings, 2 earned runs. Against Detroit, 7 innings, 0 earned runs. So I'm not worried about Pivetta going here and pitching well in a pitcher's ballpark against a Giants team that, well, frankly, their offense has been pretty much as anemic as we have seen here with the Padres. They haven't been scoring either. They're 17-11. They've scored 2, 0, 4, 0, 2, 3, 1, 1, 3, 0, 4 over the last 2 weeks. They don't score either. Under 7.5. Giants and the Padres, we're going to keep on rolling here. Under 7.5 at -120 for 1.2 units. And the Reds at home against Milwaukee. This is the scary bet of the day, all right? Not going to lie. First 2 games of this series, 3-2, 4-2. Under. Going to play a streak here and hope that we see another under between these two. Now, DL Hall is going. He has a 1-0 record with a 1.69 ERA. He's gone 3 and 2 1/3. He's a one-time through the lineup guy. 6-2 final win at Philadelphia, 3-2 final win at Boston for DL Hall. So he's been pretty good. You hope he comes one time through the rotation. Andrew Abbott on the other side has been really good at home for Cincinnati. 1.05 ERA, a 3-0 record, opposing batting average of 207, 3 earned runs in 25 2/3 innings worth of work. He's been phenomenal. Last time out at home against the Cubs, a 6-4 win, 5 2/3, 1 earned run. Against Cleveland, a 3-1 win, 5 innings, no earned runs. Against the White Sox, a 5-1 loss in extra innings, 6 innings, 1 earned run. Against St. Louis, a 9-1 win, 4 innings, no earned runs. In the month of May, Andrew Abbott has been absolute nails for the Reds. And I'm not going to lie, this is always dangerous taking an under in Cincinnati because that ballpark does not normally play to the under. That's a home run hitting ballpark. That is an over ballpark in most days. But the Brewers haven't really been scoring. Their offense has gone somewhat cold. It's being red hot. They're 15-19 on the road. They still have a losing record on the road. But again, this is a team that has been winning even though they just lost 4-2 and had their winning streak snapped. They had won 7 in a row, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in a row. Having that 8 in a row snapped. So I don't mind you come back and take the Brewers here today. If you don't like the under, you want to take the Brewers to win the game, don't hate that at all. The Brewers are actually dogs. It's even money for them. Reds are favored at -120. So I don't mind taking the dog with Milwaukee and saying they're going to bounce back. I just don't see this game being high scoring. I think this game is going to be a low scoring game. So I'm going to bet the under here, under 9 at -110 for 1.1 units. Okay, so the A's and the Twins could be added depending on the number. When the books hang that number, we find out who's pitching. If it's 10 or under, automatic over bet. Blindly bet it. But if it's 10.5 or higher, check with me. Let's do some research and some numbers here on the Twins and the A's. Maybe we'll play a Twins team total and stay away from the game total if it's too high. But Oilers, Panthers, over 6. Giants, Padres, under 7.5. Brewers, Reds, under 9 here for us on a Wednesday. Let's see what we can do here. Let's see if we can keep it going. Winning day on Sunday, winning day on Monday, winning day on Tuesday. 3 winning days so far in the month of June. Let's see if we can make it 4. My name's Matt Perrault. You guys can follow me across all of my socials at Sports Talk Matt every single morning, wherever you guys get your podcasts. It is the Daily Juice.